When your dead dad leaves behind a USB stick labeled, "For if they fight," you already know he's not resting in peace. He's hosting posthumous Hunger Games from the afterlife. Am I the a-hole for turning my late father's will into a trap that shattered my entire family? My dad was not a warm man. He wasn't cruel, just strategic. He used silence like a weapon, generosity like currency. He never hit us, but when he was disappointed, the whole house went cold. Growing up under him was like learning to breathe underwater. Doable, but not natural. When he died, none of us cried at the funeral. Not my brother Mark, who always tried to out-alpha him and failed. Not my sister Rachel, who hadn't spoken to him since she eloped with her yoga instructor. And certainly not me, the oldest, the executor, the responsible one, who got the keys to everything the moment the casket hit the soil. Dad left behind a surprisingly modern will, digitized, password-protected, and programmed with staggered releases. "There are things they do not need to know all at once," he said in the legal recording. "I watched alone the week after we buried him. I should have just done my job. Distributed the estate, signed the forms, collected the thank you cards. But then I found the envelope. A slim, gray envelope labeled in his jagged cursive, 'For if they fight.' Inside, a USB stick. A letter. 'If your siblings try to contest the will or pressure you, show them this.' But only then. I was intrigued, also terrified. I didn't open it. Not yet. The will was generous but strategic, like him. I got the house. Rachel got a trust fund for her daughters. Mark got the stocks. There were clauses and footnotes and side instructions. Things like, Mark only inherits if he completes rehab, which he had 6 months prior. And Rachel must send monthly updates with photos of the girls. 2 days after the will was read, the emails started. Mark first. "Dad always said the house would go to me. You were just living there temporarily." Then Rachel. "I think Dad didn't understand the value of his Tesla collection. He would have wanted it split." Then my aunt chimed in. "It's very odd that your father didn't mention his cryptocurrency wallet." Things escalated. Mark showed up drunk one night, pounding on the door, shouting that I was manipulating the will. Rachel filed an injunction to freeze the assets. I waited until the hearing. Then I opened the envelope. The USB stick held a single video file, dated 3 months before he died. Dad, in his leather recliner, sipping scotch. If you're watching this, they have disappointed me. Again. So here's the truth. He laid it all out. Mark had stolen from the family business. Rachel had borrowed money from him under false pretenses. The crypto wallet? A fake rumor he started to test our loyalty. And then Mame, the bomb. There is a second will, a mirror of the first, but with an extra clause. If either of them attempts legal action, their portion transfers to you. My lawyer has it. He will know what to do. I forwarded the video to our family lawyer. He filed the documents. Mark and Rachel were both disinherited within 72 hours. The backlash was nuclear. Mark posted a Facebook screed accusing me of forgery. Rachel told her daughters I was a thief. My phone buzzed for weeks with messages that blurred the line between grief and rage. But here's the thing. When the dust settled, I opened one last letter, handwritten, no legalese, just Dad's voice. "If they push back harder. It's how I raised you." So, was I the a-hole for using my father's secret will to disinherit my siblings? Oh my, will conditioned. God. This wasn't a last will and testament, this was a Bond villain's final chess move. First of all, Daddy Dearest didn't write a will. He wrote A booby-trapped trust fund escape room. Like, quote, if they fight, activate order 66 inches levels of plotting. Let's talk about the siblings, though. Mark rolls up drunk, yelling outside the house like a knockoff Logan Roy. Rachel out here, lawyering up because she wanted more Tesla? Girl, this is not Monopoly. You do not get utilities just by calling dibs. Now, OP, you could have opened that envelope the moment they started acting shady, but you didn't. You waited. You gave them the rope, and they hung themselves in HD. That's not villainy, that's restraint. And when you finally hit play on the dead dad exposition dump, bro dropped a plot twist so hard, HBO called from the grave. Do I love that the whole family got nuked? No. Do I respect the precision of the airstrike? Absolutely. Was it cold? Yep. Calculated? Hell yes. Deserved? Honestly, kinda. This wasn't petty revenge. This was enforcing consequences. You didn't trap them, they trapped themselves. Not the a-hole. Your dad set the rules. Your siblings decided to speedrun the betrayal route. You just hit play. Imagine losing your inheritance because you couldn't shut up for 72 hours. Peak stupid. OP, you are not the a-hole. But your family might need a group rate for therapy and maybe a cybersecurity consultant. If you have got a secret USB from beyond the grave or just a family mess worthy of HBO, hit like and drop your comment below. I will be the judge, jury, and sassecutioner next time. Court's adjourned.